Gadget God here, and today is the next episode of Complete Nintendo 64 Collection, where I take all of you on my journey to collect the entire North American Nintendo 64 collection, complete with the box and manual. Now, if you haven't seen the other episodes before this, a couple of ground rules that I'm following. I'm trying to collect every game released in the United States for the Nintendo 64. That's 296 games, and I'm also trying to get them with the box and the manual. Next rule is that I will give you my childhood memories of each Nintendo 64 game, details about that Nintendo 64 game. I know everything about all of them, so I'll be able to tell you a bit about each one. And then the other rule is that I absolutely do accept donations. It's not easy trying to get all 296, so if you guys have something like just a game cartridge or even just a manual, whatever it is, if it's anything Nintendo 64 related, leave a comment down below. I absolutely do take donations, really helps out a lot. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started on opening up the next wave of Nintendo 64 games. Ooh! So the first game that we're gonna go ahead and open up, and again, I've only opened the box of these. I haven't actually taken them out and looking at them. Another thing that I'll just mention is I'm trying to get all these games as cheap and as mint as possible. So I'm not going on eBay and spending $1 million. I'm trying to get the absolute best bottom dollar deals that I can for the best and most mint condition complete and box games. So with that said, this first game that we're gonna go ahead and open up here is actually one of the holy grails for the Nintendo 64 collection. Holy Grail, doesn't it look great? Did you see how protective that packaging was? In a box with 2 bubble wrap mailers. Now, as I said, this is one of the few holy grails for the Nintendo 64 collection. And there it is. Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. Now, why, Gadget God, is this one of the holy grails? Now, I do want to point out, it looks like it's sealed. It's not actually sealed. The sellers sealed this up before they went ahead and shipped it to me. In the auction that I negotiated with them from, it was not sealed. They showed the manual and the cartridge. So, I'm gonna have to open up this plastic wrap. Are you guys ready to see me open up the plastic wrap? So while I open it, I'll tell you why this game is so hard to find. I'll show you the condition of the box and everything. Bust it open. Careful. Opening is sealed. Indiana Jones. Now, why is Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine one of the few holy grails of the Nintendo 64 collection? Well, there's only 2 ways that you could originally get this game when it came out. And this was also a late in the life cycle release for the Nintendo 64. So not as many N64 games were being sold at the time, but there's 2 reasons specifically why this is one of the holy grails. First reason, this was a Blockbuster rental exclusive. You could only rent this game or get it in the wild if you rented it from Blockbuster. And the second reason was the other way to get this game was through LucasArts' website. So it was order on their website only. Those are the only 2 ways to get this game. So we'll go ahead and show you the condition of the box. Look at that, beautiful. Now, this actually was not a Blockbuster rental, this particular one that I have here, because the condition of the box is so good. We'll go ahead and open it up. The majority of these games, if you can even find them, have stickers all over them, stickers all over the cart, stickers all over the manual. Go ahead and pull this out. You can see the manual, no stickers on there, actually in very, very good condition. Look at those pages. Have you ever seen inside this manual? No, I know you haven't. It's too rare. And then the cartridge. We can see the cartridge has no stickers on it. This game especially is extremely hard to find with no stickers. Beautiful cartridge. Drool on it. Drool on your screen. But this was a Blockbuster rental exclusive, which means the only 2 ways that you could get this game was to rent it from Blockbuster and not return it, or to buy this during their N64 very few sales that they had. And if that was how you got this game, there was a Property of Blockbuster sticker on the front, there was a Property of Blockbuster sticker on the back, it had protective metal pieces here which would make the alarm go off if you tried to walk out of Blockbuster. So this one was actually one of the few that was ordered off of LucasArts' website. And that's why there's no stickers on it. Somebody, somehow, was a big enough fan of Indiana Jones to know to go to LucasArts' website and order this game for mail delivery. I mean, this is at a time when the internet was not that big. There was no YouTube. So to have the foresight to want this game that bad and go order it online from LucasArts, I mean, you're a genius. You're a genius. So this is one of the hardest to find games, not to mention, look at the condition of the box. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, if I'm gonna point out the flaws, because you know I will, a little crinkling on the inside, nobody cares about that. Little crunch damage there on the side, which kind of translates to the back piece as well. There's a small amount of creasing, and then there's a little bit of warping there on the bottom. But again, there's no stickers anywhere on this, so this was actually ordered from LucasArts' website. This was never sold in stores. You could not go into a store and buy this game. You had to rent it from Blockbuster and steal it, which means your cart was covered in crap. Yeah, I said it, covered in garbage. Or you ordered it off the website, and you were a genius. So this is extremely hard to find, especially with the cart in any sort of condition with no stickers. Now, this is actually one of the best N64 games. Yes, this is a hidden gem. It plays similar to Ocarina of Time. It has the C buttons that you use to assign different equipment. It's got really good graphics. You can see in the screenshots there, this game plays kind of like an Indiana Jones Ocarina of Time. So it's a great game. It's definitely a hidden gem, especially because it's so hard to find. So not only is this in beautiful condition, but to find it with the box and the manual in beautiful condition as well, it's really a rarity. Now, we didn't have Blockbusters around us when I was growing up, so I'd never even heard of this game. I only heard of this about a couple years ago when I started really researching more about the N64. So I didn't play this game as a kid, but did you? To be honest, I'm not trying to be a hater, but I bet you never even heard of this game, let alone played it. If you did play it, let me know what you think of it down below. Let me know where you saw it, because I bet you didn't. And that's why this game is so rare. Only sold at Blockbusters, Blockbuster exclusive, or available through LucasArts' specific website. So we got it. We got another Holy Grail down. So that makes 2 Holy Grails at this point. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. The box is in such good condition. I'm really happy. I paid a well below average price for this. It's very difficult to not only get this, but to get it with the box and manual in that good condition. It's very expensive. I got this for well below an average retail value for it, and that would be if this was in rough condition, and that's because I actually negotiated with the seller a lot. We had it back and forth where I went real low, they went kind of lower than they were at, then I went a little higher, they went a little lower. We went back and forth, and then they actually reached out to me a week later and said, look, I like what you're doing, I'll cut you a deal on it. So extremely happy to have this. I'm going to definitely put this in a box protector. If you haven't already checked it out, check out my other video on best box protectors that you can get. It's a video I just did. I think you guys are really going to like it. This is going in a box protector. Just you wait. But we got it. Another Holy Grail. Super, super happy to have it. Never had this as a kid. Now it's mine, authentic original, and in such beautiful condition. No stickers anywhere. All right, guys. So let me know what you think of this game, and let's go ahead and move on to the next ones. Next up, let's go ahead and open this bad boy, Do Not Bend. I thank the post office for not bending it. Here we got it, an oldie but a goodie. I know you know this game. This is one of the best games on the Nintendo 64, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Check out the condition. Little crunch, little beat up. This is actually a very low priced game to get complete in box. The box is pretty beat up, and since it is so low priced to get, maybe I'll be looking for a box upgrade down the line, but we got it, complete in box. This game does use the expansion pack, and this actually did a ton for the graphics in this game. It really, really improved them. You can see complete in box, comes with all the manuals, not just the instruction manual, comes with everything that it originally came with when this first came out. Complete in box, not just complete. And then we got the cartridge. So we did obviously have this game when we were kids. Cartridge is phenomenal. What a beautiful sight to see. I feel like I'm on vacation, sightseeing. But this is definitely a game that we had when we were kids, and it was so fun. This is one of the first shooter games for the Star Wars series, especially with such good graphics, and it was so fun. There were so many levels, had all the scenes you really wanted. Remember the scene when you dropped the tow cable with the snow speeder? Oh my gosh, probably one of the best levels ever in any Star Wars game. This really set the bar for graphics, for how fun the gameplay was. So this is an exceptional game. If you don't have it, I definitely recommend it. And it's really cheap. I got this for well below the average retail price. Open up the next game here. Look at the safety packaging job here. Look at how safe that is. I'm sure the cartridge is in here, and then this is probably the box and the manual. These are free, you guys. If you're ever shipping an N64 game to me, go ahead. I encourage it. Use these free priority mailers that you get at the post office, because if you fold these up the way they're supposed to be, these perfectly fit a boxed N64 game. So use them. Did you guys figure out what game it was? I bet you did. I bet you did. So this game, does it really need any introduction? Probably, debatably, the best game on the Nintendo 64. This is the million seller players, goodness gracious. This is the million seller player's choice version, and we can see this is complete in box. That means it comes with the original tray, which holds the cartridge. The way you can tell if it's authentic, if it has letters here, most often it's NUS. If you get one of these and it doesn't have letters, it's probably a fake tray or a reproduction. Not that that matters, I don't care about the tray as much, but they do make reproductions for some of this stuff. I only go authentic. So here we have the N64 manual, really, really good condition. It has a little crease there, but this is one of the best games ever, and this is really in beautiful condition. It looks like it's never even been opened. Got the player's guide offer in there. Again, complete in box, comes with everything that it came with when it was brand new from the store. And this is the operations card. I had to get it with this. I didn't want the auctions that didn't have this, and I got this for probably not an average price, because it is difficult to get this in such good condition. I got it for a below average price, but maybe paid a tiny bit more than I wanted to. We can see the box is in beautiful, beautiful condition. No sun fading. Look at the colors pop on this. Look at the back, no creasing anywhere, except for the Heartbreaker rip on the back. I'll have to double check the auction and make sure that that was shown properly in the pictures, because heartbreaks are real. They don't just happen to you in high school, they happen to you every day, even when you're older. But the box is really in beautiful shape except for that Heartbreaker, and the colors just pop on this. This is the million seller version. You really want to hear my memories about this game? You have your own. Think about your own. Live them on. You hate the blue shell. You hate the banana peel, except when you have them. One of the best, and still one of the best Mario Kart games ever. I do a video about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's my review on it. It's over an hour long. That's for the Nintendo Switch. So if you want to get my impressions and nostalgia on Mario Kart in general, feel free to watch that video review. But oh, that box is so beautiful. All the manuals, all manual everything. Who's your favorite Mario Kart character? Who is it? You know who my favorite is? Toad. Now you know. And I love that you could bunny hop in this game. Hit that trigger button to bunny hop a little bit. I'm glad they brought that back in some of the later Mario Karts, but Toad's my favorite. Now you know, which means when we play together, don't choose him, he's mine. Next, we're gonna go ahead and open up this one. Now, this one has an interesting story behind it. There was a member who is actually subscribed to me, and they sent me a message and they let me know that they enjoy what I'm doing with the complete Nintendo 64 collection videos, and they wanted to make a donation. So they just asked that I pay for shipping, and they were more than happy to donate a complete game. That means it has the cartridge and the box and the manual. So, you know, I'll be honest with you, I want to give a very special thank you to not only my first donation ever, but someone who was very generous. And that is Tyler James. Happy birthday, Tyler James. July 19th, birthday boy, king of birthdays. On that day and every other day that falls on that day once a year. Happy birthday, Tyler James. Really appreciate the donation. And again, this is the first donation that I've got for this complete Nintendo 64 collection. So we're gonna go ahead and show it here. Thank you again to Tyler James. Really appreciate the love, really appreciate the support. You're a great person. Stay great forever. Another game for the collection, courtesy of the incredible Tyler James. You can see here, this is Dark Rift. This is a 2-on-2 3D fighting game. Now, we didn't have this when we were kids. There were actually a ton of 3D fighting games on the Nintendo 64 because that's what the Nintendo 64 did really well, 3D graphics. So this is another one. You can see you have the different characters here. It gives you an idea of the goodness that you dream about. Box is really in awesome condition, very, very awesome. And again, Tyler, this was a donation from him. All he asked was that I paid for the shipping costs, which I will always do for anybody who wants to make a donation. I don't have Dark Rift, now I do. Instruction manual. And then we can see the cartridge. So beautiful, I could blow it a kiss. Oh, I did that happened. I blew it a kiss. I do it again. So again, Tyler James, thank you, sir. And have an awesome, awesome, happy birthday. All right, guys, we're gonna save this big box for next time because I don't want to take up too much of your time. We do have one last one we're gonna go ahead and open up. Now you can tell from the size of the package that this one is not the entire complete in box set. I know what it is because this is the only thing that I ordered that was like this. What is it, Gadget God? We can't wait. What is it? This is the manual for Castlevania because as you saw in a previous video, I got Castlevania with the box and the cartridge, but it didn't come with the manual, so for an incredibly low price, I was able to get just the manual. And as you can see, it's in absolute beautiful mint condition. Again, looks like it was never even opened. So now I have the complete Castlevania, original Castlevania for the Nintendo 64. They did come out with a sequel, actually in the same year that this Castlevania was released. Later in the year, they came out with Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, which is the much harder to find version of Castlevania for the Nintendo 64. It's a completely different game than the Castlevania that they released earlier on the N64. Konami, but now I have the manual, got the Castlevania complete in box. You love it. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. That is the next episode of Complete in Box, where we all get to go together on the journey to collect the complete United States Nintendo 64 collection, 296 games, all complete with the box and manual. Another episode wrapped up. Look for the next one real soon. If you haven't already, go check out the previous episodes. We got plenty to show, plenty to talk about, memories, all memory, everything. And again, this is another episode where we got one of the other holy grails for the Nintendo 64 collection, Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. You might never see this again. You might never see it again, or maybe you will. Maybe you'll see another Holy Grail on a future episode, or even the next episode. Who knows? That's the fun of this. So if you guys have any questions or comments, definitely put those down below. I'll answer any questions. If you guys want to make a donation, no matter what it is, even if it's just a manual or just a cartridge, I don't care. If it's N64, I want it. So leave a message down below, and I'll get back to you guys. Whatever works best for you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, but I know you have, because you're a smart person. Smart people stick together. I'm the Gadget God. I do the research, so you don't have to. Thanks for watching, everybody, and collect your Holy Grail today.